Hi all, it's time for your weekly video. It's me, Bunker, your national coordinator for the 2 Million Bikers, your favorite constitutionalist group. And I'm going to call this week's video, Imagine That, okay? Yeah, I'm out on the bike today, trying to get a little sunshine, get a little bit of that ultraviolet rays, the weathering. The reason I'm going to talk about that is to start off the thing that I've been telling you about. If you go back and you look at the videos that I did to try to help Americans get through the coronavirus, you can see that about 5 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I had come out and I had told you about the weathering, the decontamination of a virus and all known biological and chemical agents and the decontamination thereof. And I had mentioned in the barber shops about the thing about the size of a toaster oven, with the ultraviolet rays in there, and how they cleaned up their equipment, and how weathering with sunshine and ultraviolet rays from the sun would decontaminate. And then all of a sudden this weekend, 5 weeks after my weekly video, scientific breakthrough that ultraviolet rays from the sun, kills the viruses. I had told you this a long time ago, 5 weeks ago, okay? And everybody who had listened to my advice to get you through Corona, everybody's reporting back to me has had no sickness whatsoever, okay? And yet, during that particular video, Facebook had put me in Facebook jail for passing fake coronavirus information, okay? Now, I don't know what makes them more knowledgeable on the subject than I. I was a chemical, biological, radiological warfare specialist in the military. So, yes, I'm telling you the straight up truth, and I don't know how much they want to try to deny it. We all know that the liberals have a liberal agenda, and so now I'm out on the bike and I'm enjoying myself, okay? Now, a few states had went to the, wear the cloth respirator over top of your face at all times. And, the truth of the matter is that we're looking at the numbers that the CDC put up. And the truth of the matter is that anything associated with whether a person had coronavirus at the time or not, whether that's what they died from or not, that's what they're getting listed as on the death. So, they're trying to keep us from knowing any of the particular details of how many people died from the coronavirus. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Linda. Hi, Danny. Hi, Rudy. Hi, Lena. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kenneth. Good to see you all on here. So anyway, I had already told you all this, and I passed it on to you, and now they're hiding the numbers so that we can't see. Now, why the heck would they do that, okay? I believe they're doing that because New York had the highest number of supposed corona deaths, okay? And that's because they were running these flights in, New York, it's a huge airport. They were running these flights in from people all over with no prevention whatsoever. They did not come out there and provide the pandemic stuff that they were supposed to be keeping in the warehouse. We found that some of their stuff was in the warehouse. After they were asking for more, it was still in the warehouse. And now they think that the whole freaking country is supposed to stay in lockdown because of their misdeeds or misdoing, okay? Now, as I told you from the beginning, it came out of the lab in Wuhan, and just a week or two ago, they come out and then they confirmed that it came out of the lab in Wuhan. And so, once again, I had told you way ahead of time. I'm telling you all these things so that the American people know, so that they can't screw us into moving towards the New World Order. So I looked at CNN over the weekend, and what I had saw was they were bragging about how much cleaner the air was and how much less fossil fuels was being used and how much less that, you know, and they're praising this stuff. And, you know, it's like, you all got to go out and work to earn a living, and to earn a living to support your family, to buy food, to pay your bills, to, you know, even if they postpone your bills, you still got to end up paying it at the end of the postponement. So they're not really providing any relief at all. They're providing us more misery. Last week I had told you that there are groups out there that are going to go protest about, you know, staying in lockdown. We're finding out the truth, and we're finding it out little by little. Not that there wasn't any threat now, mind you. I told you and I explained you how to deal with it. So I don't know how bad Facebook is going to jail me this time. I'm sure they didn't get to it last week. I'm sure it's coming again. I can just feel it because I'm out here telling you the truth. Okay, they don't want the truth. They want the left agenda. So there's not as many deaths as they claim. So far, if you take and you break it down, and you can look at the CDC report, and they even have one out there that is dated for sometime in June, okay? And it's, on my watch, it's still only April, you know? That's like a month and a half away. So that being said, you know, that should trigger some truth right there, you know? And for all you people out there that are watching my videos and seeing that everything that I'm telling you is coming true, if we're real patriots for our country, we should be out there standing up. Because now that they come out with these orders about everybody wearing a mask, okay, first of all, and I've told you this too, and I don't know how many people were listening, but to manufacture a cloth mask, okay, and supposedly it gets spread through vapor, you know, through the nasal membranes and through coughs and sneezes. Okay, if you have a fabric mask on, okay, and it gets on that mask, those fibers do not filter it out, okay? So once again, they're trick fucking you, okay? None of it is true. None of it is correct. I haven't worn one out yet, but I've been following my advice that I put out to all of you people, and I have not got it. I am still out there working every day. I am still out there just conducting my business as normal, and I'm doing just fine. I feel great, and I wish that, you know, just because that I'm out there working as a essential, because I keep the power and the communications and stuff like that on, working on the polls, I don't mean that I don't have empathy for the rest of you guys that are not really considered urgent, that have no job and have no income. So, and yet, you know, since there was the flu, okay, the coronavirus and the flu are very, very similar in the effects. It has no intestinal effects. So why is it that there's still toilet paper out there on the shelves, okay? Why is it that, okay, all these people are out of work, but nobody has hired people to increase the production of toilet paper, which is still missing from the shelves? Why is it that, you know, we really need to look into these things, because I'm telling you, this is a agenda trick. And one thing that they're going to try to do is make it sound like it's so bad that everybody needs to vote from home. And we all know what's going to happen if they do that. Do not let them push that through, okay? Stand up for it. Do not let them get away with that. If you can stand in line at the grocery store to try to see if there's any toilet paper on the shelves, you can go down there and cast a vote, okay? So that's the bottom line. Don't let them trick fuck you. Don't let them take over the election. Don't let them push their agenda on us, okay? So that's my video this week, and I hope that you can understand. And the reason being was, one of the things that put me on suspicion was the actual name, the official name that they came up with this coronavirus, because there are different kinds of coronaviruses, okay? But notice they came up with the name COVID-19, okay? Well, what that means is coronavirus ID number 19, which means that there are at least 19 different forms of coronavirus, okay? So this one was dicked around with in the lab, and it was intense in, increasability. I don't care if it was originally made by man, which we know it wasn't, because there's several types of coronaviruses, but it was enhanced by the Chinese, and they did plan on using it as a weapon against the rest of the world, because you notice the fact that they didn't put out all the truth. You notice the fact that they banned those people from traveling from Wuhan to the rest of China, but let them go out on flights to the rest of the world. Strategical places, like where? Places that would hurt us. New York City, California, San Francisco area. Come on, people, wake up, smell the coffee. You know, we know what's going on. This is part of a pushed agenda. Yes, the virus is a truth, but how did it come to be? How was it pushed along? How was it spread? How bad is it really? Okay, all these things you need to stand up for, okay? It's time to move our country along, because we are people that love our country and want to see our country exceed. And it has nothing to do with party, has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with anything else. So that being said, I'm going to let you all off on this, and I hope you spread this around and share it as much as you have on the previous ones, because we want people informed. To be informed is to be forearmed, okay? So that we know what the hell we're talking about and prove us wrong, okay? So all that being said, I love you all. God bless you all. Bunker out. Where's that?